Great morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, morning, good 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 morning, and great Thursday morning. It is a interesting morning in the city of Brownsville. Interesting morning in the city of Brownsville. And I say it's an interesting morning in the city of Brownsville because I was expecting it to be a little bit more on the colder side today, and it is definitely not. Uh, it is nice, just not as cold as I'd like it to be. I have a mountain of winter clothes that I hope to use this year, and I want to use soon. Had a conversation this morning with a friend, and I shared that you know I'm still overwhelmed. I am still overwhelmed, and not like I was earlier this week, but I am overwhelmed. And it seems that as the days go by, the more and more disappointed uh, you become with what is going on in the city. And I make mention of that because of uh, the comments that the mayor made. I think it was to the Herald in regards to the reasoning as to why these individuals were placed as these individuals. Uh, well, Brusiak was placed on leave, and it, it just is overwhelming. Good morning, Sam.
How's it going, man?
Desaparecido.
Los
You,
ustedes después de 3 días.
you've been gone for like a week.
Man, just staying busy, man. Staying busy. Um, I
I
would
mean,
think I would have more free time working in the valley, but nope.
oh yeah, I mean
It's
that
crazy.
the city is crumbling around us, and you're nowhere to be found.
You didn't send any no signals.
I I didn't have
I
a
think you did.
chance. I didn't have a chance to send a best. Sam, I am. It's going
I did
crazy.
see. I've been seeing a couple of like I guess the meetings a little bit here and there, trying to keep up with everything. Um, I did see the whole paid leave and all that stuff, which is kind of messed up to give him paid leave. But since he hasn't been, I guess, fully accused and all the process and all that other stuff, and that's only the beginning, bro. That's
But,
only the beginning.
but what I'm frustrated because what
Yeah.
more do what more
Well,
do these
I would
people want?
too. Like, you know what? Like, I'm pretty sure that's where the city is at. That's where the city's at, where everybody's frustrated and they're like, you know what? But the people that's supposed to be taking actions are kind of taking actions, but it's not significant actions. Um, but it's something to kind of cause the little ripples, and hopefully eventually cause enough ripples to where it makes some waves around.
I'm
It's not the
frustrated.
drastic quick change that we want, but it's hopefully it gets there.
Well, I'm frustrated and I'm frustrated. And let me and what really is like eating at my mind, Sam, is you and me would have been in jail already.
Oh yeah,
You know,
with no bond.
no bond. We would have had law enforcement throw the book at us just with less than this.
They
You
wouldn't
know,
even let us put on a bra on.
no hombre, nada. You know,
Vente así
and
en chanclas.
and this is what's frustrating to me that,
Yeah,
and again, I'm overwhelmed because
yeah,
any one of us, any one of us would have been dragged through the coals by now.
yeah, yeah,
Besides that, I hate the Brownsville Herald. I hate them. I hate them.
yeah.
Uh, you know, I was on the Brownsville Herald 3 times a week for 4 months, 3 times a week on the front page.
Ratings, bro. Ratings.
On the front page of the Herald, 3 times a week for 4 months. You don't see this on the front page of the Herald.
Nope.
Maybe they got it out once. This is $135 million.
But didn't you bring it up to other stations too? Like
Yeah.
before all
Oh,
this
yeah.
happened.
But look, and and I again I've shared this. I had a discussion with Rudy Migueles before the audit, and this is like a couple of weeks, and it got to the point where I told him, you know what, bro, I'm just never going to comment on your page anymore. Because he was like, well, these are the numbers, these are the facts. I'm going, bro, they fudge the numbers.
Yeah.
We know
But
what they
now,
do.
since it's kind of popular, it's
Well,
trending.
and
Let me take a picture with the papers in the desk.
yeah, let me
You
say,
don't fool anybody, man. Come
yeah,
on.
but let me say in his defense, because I talked to him right after the audit came out.
Yeah.
He was he was pissed, and I think that he was pissed because he actually used the numbers. And you remember that graph that was going back and forth, the one that
Yeah.
PUB had. He used that to, in a way, defend Tanasca, like going, hey, this is the trend. And I'm going like, bro, those numbers are
Inflated.
crazy. It's fake. It's made up. And he came after. He go like, well, we just have to deal with the facts, not with what we think or what we feel. And I'm going like, oh, no, está bueno, And I said, that's fine, but that's why I told him I'm not going to comment. And
Yeah.
uh, and I think that now that's why he's going after it like a crazy man, because I think that he feel he got duped, and
Yeah. Yeah.
everybody else in the city should feel the same. We got lied to. This is what the
And I'm
report
pretty sure
said.
there's still some yes people to those groups.
Yeah, and this is what the report says. We were lied to. We were
De-
duped,
de- deceived,
deceived.
and with intent, because whoever originated that, because they even went to the board. What they did is they contacted every entity to support that, because supposedly like the school district was going to save money. Everybody was going to save money. Everybody. It turned out that it was just a bunch of BS. They knew their way that they were going to handle it or manage it, because it took too long, and they just kept on giving us the run around. But the board members to have been there and to have seen and kept their mouth shut, and the city commission to continue to appoint those board members that don't speak their mind or don't protect and truly represent the people. That's another thing, that
Yeah,
that
but don't you think
that's,
that they did it so smoothly? Like if they done this before?
well, because you know what, Brownsville
Morning.
is taking it. Brownsville citizens are taking advantage of every opportunity that leaders can get a hold of whatever project or whatever thing that they want to present. And then here we go out there. We either vote for it or we just don't say anything. A lot of people don't even know. I mean, just last week people says, what's happening with PUB? They didn't even know. I had to explain to them, and they were like, well, that's not right. Hello, that's why we need for you to be able to be aware of things that are going on, so we can go ahead and fight these battles, but together you
Yeah.
know I mean, we all get tired to a certain extent, to a certain point, and say, you know what? Yeah, the people aren't even behind us, and then we're the bad people because we're talking about it, because we're making
Yeah.
noise, because we're rattling somebody's cage, because we're stepping on somebody's toes. You know, I mean,
Yeah. And like I was telling him, that's only the tip of the iceberg if you start comparing like the whole area around here with Brownsville and Cameron County. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Because there's been other issues like the whole UTB TSC issue. There's a whole
well,
BISD issue. And I'm pretty sure there's some Cameron County issues.
oh,
But one thing at a time.
there's issues in every entity, but like you say,
Yeah.
you're right. One thing at a time. But at the same time, when election comes around, You know, because this is what I've heard about me when I run. No, you're too radical. No, you're too loud. Well, why do you want a politician that's not going to say anything and keep their mouth shut and go with the flow? That's not a good leader. You know, I hear people say, "Oh no, Erasmo's always causing trouble. Erasmo's just he likes to rock the boat. He likes
La
to."
chachalaca.
But what? Let me tell you one thing. That's why we are in the situation that we're in, because people don't realize that all these people that have all this money behind them that can afford all these signs. It's expensive to run a campaign. It's not easy. It drains you, and it's like a
Taxing.
coaster.
Yeah.
It's a roller coaster for those that have the guts. And I'm gonna say it, for those of us that throw our name in there and that we've been there and we've done it and we know it. It's not easy, guys. It takes a toll on us mentally, physically, and health wise. And then we have to put up with some of their lies or whatever they want to bring up on the candidate, because they're so hungry that they want the position. So they make the people that barely have money, that truly want to represent the people, they make us look really bad.
It's very taxing, and one of the things that I make mention to a lot of folks out there, because a lot of folks, okay, I said, well, you run for office, and run for office and then experience the whole process. It's not easy. It's very, very taxing. It's taxing on the body. It's taxing on the mind. It's taxing on your family members. It's very, very, very taxing. And
It
let me
takes a
tell you,
toll.
it does take a toll. And let me tell you, I I was contemplating this this morning after breakfast, and these are going to be the last races that I run. This one that I am now, hopefully we're very, very successful, and I won't have to ever run again. And I'll serve one term. If I feel that I could still be of service, I'll run 2 terms. I'm out. I'm not going to run more than 2 terms. I'm not going to be a career sit on a seat politician. 2 terms and I'm out. But one of the things that Kati mentioned is we are exposing ourselves not only to all that, we expose ourselves to prosecution, to the DA coming after us, to local law enforcement coming after us, because we don't fit that mold that goes with everybody else. And again, what I've been contemplating all these days are like, how in the hell does this guy get this big old pass? How is Tony Martinez? What? How is it that Tony Martinez is not in jail right now? How is it that Tony Martinez is not in jail right now? Right now, I mean, isn't there enough out there? I mean, shouldn't there have been enough? Now, this is what we've got from the audit, guys. This is something that our local law enforcement should have been investigating a long time ago, a long, long time ago, because it was the word was already out there that there was a lot of misdoings with this Tanasca thing and with Martinez and with Brugiak and everything else. It's not like, oh, it's news to everyone. It's not news to everyone. A lot of people here in Brownsville knew what was going on. So why hasn't there been an investigation up till now? But otra vez, if it's me, Gatti, Sam, we would be looking for someone to pay our bond right now. And that frustrates me.
And it's so unfair. It's such a shame, because you know um these people are so connected with attorneys and these groups that have monies, and y pues nosotros que that we're in the trenches of working, of making a living, of trying to do for the people. Honestly, it's frustrating, because we try. Yes, somebody just sent a message. Yes, Tanasca started around 2011, correct? And that's when they presented to the board. And I think the district, they have so many accounts with them that they should benefit, and from having to collect some of the funds back for taxpayers, because taxpayers are having to fork out in every entity that you can think of. Can you imagine? We're paying taxes. And then on top of that, our taxes are being spent to pay for the utility services at the district, at the campuses. Can you imagine? I mean, what a disgrace that our funding is going to places that people literally take advantage of. But again, it's like a mob. It's like it's an infestation, and they select their people and say, you know what, was you. But let me tell you what I found out, and what I've seen. We elect attorneys to be our city mayors, or these positions that attorneys can switch or turn things around on us. And because they know how the loopholes, how to get away with it, and how not to call it a crime, which for me, I think that's when you call it the white collar crime. And the law enforcement, it's so difficult for them to nail them because you have to have a lot of paper trail, or for somebody that has the guts to step up to the plate that's within their inner circle and say, hey, this is what we did, this is what's wrong, this is what ended up happening. You think somebody's going to have the nerve or the guts to say, hey, we spent the money this way, we didn't really do the project? They're not going to have the guts to say that.
The most of the time they just say it might be unethical, but it's not illegal.
Yeah. Well, talking about unethical but not illegal, the mayor goes out there and tells the Herald, the reason that the Brusiak was placed on a 60-day leave was so that the board can figure out what exactly occurred. What do you mean, man?
What more information do you want?
What, what more do you want? Do you want to see his calzones or what?
O- Oyes, como dice el mexicano, ¿estás o te haces?
That's what they ask. The PUB board gave him 60 days in order to figure out what exactly occurred. Mayor, we don't need to figure out what exactly occurred. We know what exactly occurred. There's no figuring
I'm
out.
guessing they're wanting to do like Judge Casco said, like they want an audit of the audit, or I guess the breakdown of the audit.
But Sam, this is the audit that the mayor and the city commission requested
Yeah,
and were waiting for and paid $160,000 for. This is the audit that they requested, and now the mayor wants to give, because the mayor's on that PUB board now,
yeah.
and it was voted on unanimously. So now the mayor wants to give Brusiak 60 days, or the board 60 days, so they could figure out what happened. You know what happened, Mayor. We know what happened.
Yes, very simple. Where did that money go into? And where is the paper trail of where the money really went out to? Very simple. It's a check and balance, guys. I mean,
Where's the money?
where is the account where those funds were placed? And from that account, where did those funds go? As
Yeah,
simple as one, two, three.
yeah.
And que
Where's
nos
the money?
quieran picar los ojos, que nos quieran, enough is enough, guys. Por eso the saying goes very well. And I'm not going to say the word in the middle. Estás o te haces. I'm sure you know the word that we can put in there, in
Because they
between that.
because they want to get a firm grip on the facts. What more do you need? What more firmness do you need? I mean, the facts are there. I mean, the audit report, it gave details. It shared emails. There's 10,000, more than 10,000 pages of documentation. What more facts do you want? Do you want video of the guy putting actually the 135 million in his pocket? Is that the facts that you want? I'm freaking. While also acknowledging that some members of the public demanded the Brusiak be fired immediately. Yeah,
Yeah, like that day. It should have happened like that day
that
immediately.
day.
We just received this and we're going to put you on leave. And the bottom line is we're going to contact the FBI. We're going to contact the local DA. We want this to get resolved ASAP.
Oh,
Who did that?
no,
Who asked for that? Because I haven't heard anybody asking for Mr. DA to come in and put an investigator ASAP. I don't think I've heard that. I don't think I've seen that. But the bottom line, that's why they, Erasmo, remember that bridge that was gonna 121 million also? That bridge that was supposed to connect into Mexico, that it was when Mr. Bestedo, may he rest in peace, was still alive, and then the engineer, they paid the engineer, and all this 120 some million down the drain. No bridge
nada.
to
Is
Mexico.
that quick question? Is that the one that was supposed to be over there by South Most and 511?
Pues you better believe it.
because that thing is still on the Cameron County
No,
regional
that's the
authority,
loop.
whatever it's called.
That's the loop.
Authority?
That's the loop. That's
That's
the
the
loop
loop.
that's going.
No, no, no,
No,
no, no. There's a loop, and then if you look at the maps, there's still a bridge there. That's why I kept on asking. I called them, and they have no idea about it. But in their maps, if you actually look into the details, there's a map that it's like an international bridge that connects the port with Matamoros, and that's
That
why I was asking about the whole train that was supposed to go from the port of Brownsville into Mexico.
well, that might be the bridge to nowhere because it was supposed to connect the port to Matamoros.
Yeah.
That's never going to happen. That never happened. I
Well,
mean,
I asked them, man. The lady there and the secretary had like no clue whatsoever.
they might
And then
have
I was supposed to get a call back, and I never got anything.
never going to get it. There might be old maps that they're using, and but look, then the mayor goes out and says, "I understand that the public sentiment is an immediate dismissal." This is tremendous. The majority of the board, not the majority, everyone on the board, because it was unanimous, Mayor, felt that Mr. Buziak should be allowed to tell his side of the story. Are you stupid?
Like,
Wha-
how are you gonna come back from that blatant action?
Okay, but what? Why give him that quarter, that honor of telling his side of the story? This is the audit that Trex Mendex and the commission commissioned. And why do you need to hear his side of the story? Get rid of him. Next,
Yeah,
Trex
they're
Mendex.
still trying to defend him one way or another. For what reason, I have no idea. He's like, the information is already there. All of it's in the audit. Like, I don't know what other information he's looking for.
Mira, bottom line, they don't have the
Cajones.
cajones, como
I
dijeron,
love the
mira,
hand gesture.
aquí, no los tienen bien puestos, los traen de aretes. They wear them as earrings. I'm sorry to sound so, but I'm so tired. I think a lot of people are so tired. Enough is enough. They can't do it. Well, it's a buddy of ours. We can't do it. But if it was to be anybody else, any other citizen, guess what? They would have already gotten rid of that person immediately with
Immediate.
handcuffs. With handcuffs. I bet you they would have already had an escort there if it would have been just a regular citizen, a regular employee. But because this is a high-ranking position, but no,
If
it's
it
so
was an
sad.
average Joe, they would have asked him not to be recording the meeting.
Yeah. But let me say, and take into consideration a couple of things. There's two things that I think are transpiring. One of them, we have early voting starting on Monday. Is Trex Mendex and the PUB board, are they trying to bide some time so that Eddie Trevino, doesn't get affected? Eddie Trevino needs to go to damn jail. Eddie Trevino needs to go to jail. Bruziak needs to go to jail. Mayor Martinez needs to go to jail. It's just that simple. And, at least bring them in for questioning. Something. What more do you need? Bring them in for questioning at least, at bare minimum. Has anyone heard of them being asked to come in and give a statement? I will say, Kathy, ¿estás pendex o te haces?
One time I said that to someone that I was training, and I'm sorry, but because ya me tenía así, and I looked at him, I looked at the guy and I said, ¿Estás o te haces? And the guy looked at me like, what are you?
Like, you're like, it builds character.
And then he tells me we became really good friends when because we were working at the police department. We were working at the police department, and he needed to send a backup for the officer. And so I looked at him and I said, like, now send the backup, Y le dije, bueno, estás o te haces. And he still remembers that phrase till this day. He says, remember, Miss Gatti, when you told me that? I said, I'm sorry. But we became really good friends. He learned a lot. He learned a lot from me. Like, hey, get with the program, buddy. There's no time to waste here.
Pa adelante.
Mhm.
Uh, let's see, you do not have to be a client to file a grievance. Anyone can report allegations of professional misconduct or problems with a lawyer. We got a lot of those, Eddie. Yeah. And let me say, someone needs to file against these people. And my concern is it's something that Kati mentioned. Not enough people know about what's going on, and we need individuals to know what's going on because we don't need Eddie Trevino back as county judge. We don't need Joey Lopez back as county commissioner. We don't need Gus Reese back as county commissioner, guys. Everything needs to change. Everything needs to change. And every single position here locally must be flipped. Every single one. Why? What? I don't know. He probably knows something about them. Yeah, this is one. This is one of my concerns. They're all trying to make sure that the guy doesn't go and spill the beans on everybody else.
I totally. That's what they're. Now they're backpedaling. Now they're trying to see what's. Good morning, Snoopy from San Antonio. Enjoy your coffee.
Good morning. Good morning. Oops. They let them. Yeah, I saw. I was trying to figure out what you were trying to say there. Uh, oh, please, play by play. Group lied, stole, and they let them. 100%. Crap. They'll put someone in jail for tampering with a meter. These fools are tampering with fine. And look again. If it was a selected group of individuals here in the city of Brownsville that had gone through this crap, te la paso, But we're talking about every single individual in the city of Brownsville. Every single one has been affected by this. Every single one. And to those individuals who don't have PUB, guys, if you still vote in this race, these races, do you really want these people back? Can these people be trusted in regards to them putting forward the stupid arena again for the third time? Who benefits from the arena? The community or Eddie Trevino, Joey Lopez, and Gus Reese? They've got to go. Why is this not national news? Uh, I don't know. You know, I don't know. It should be. Hopefully, if there is finally some action from local law enforcement, maybe the local news, maybe national news might get involved. We need something. We've got nothing. All the management needs to be locked up. Every single again. Look, it's cool that the commission goes out there and says that they're going to roll back the rates by 22%. That's cool. It's not enough, Kati.
No, it's
It's
not.
not. It's
People to
not
say
enough.
thank you, and get excited about it. Oh
It's
yes,
not enough.
poor people were getting their lights, their
Yeah.
electricity connected. I mean, people couldn't afford to pay $400 when they were paying under, between 100. Not you don't see $100. I don't think I've seen $100 invoices nowadays or bill statements from PUB. But instead of paying their 200, they were already almost paying 500. It's just very depressing and disgusting. For them to not have the compassion of understanding how people are in fixed incomes or they're working hard to try to make a living. They want to see Brownsville poor. That's how I see this right now. They want to see us. They want to step on us. They want to ridicule. I mean, it's just. I don't know. It's very depressing, guys. And so we stand up together. We don't need these
Well,
be attorneys. They're the worst. They're the worst ones. They've been the worst ones.
let me say,
Oh,
guys,
we're changing. We're changing
22%
Brownsville
is
to benefit.
Yeah, you're cutting off. So your internet is 22% is not enough. 22% is not enough, guys. We need 42%. Don't settle for crumbs. Te quieren tirar migajitas. That's what they want to do. Don't settle for crumbs. We need 42% back. We need 42% back. We need our money given back to us. Every single dime. I don't care how they do it. And Zeke Silva was very adamant about this. We don't give a rat's ass how you do it. Give us our damn money back. Put anyone that had anything to do with this, be they in management, Brugiak, Martinez, city commissioners, anyone, go after them legally and put them behind bars. Every single one. That's what we want. Deregulate PUB. Open the charter so that there's a little bit more control, so that individuals cannot be just overlooked in regards to getting them off these damn boards. It's not enough. Don't settle for crumbs.
I wonder what the Public Utility Commission up in Austin, you know, because there is a Public Utility Commission up in Austin, you know, I wonder what they have to say about this abuse.
Well, I'm hoping that someone from state comes down. Nos quieren hacer pendex, pero nosotros tenemos los más grandes que ellos. I hope. I hope that that's the truth. Because it is time for this community to grow huge ones and to show them off in the face of the commissioners and the PUB board members. Mira, aquí están los de nosotros. It's time. Trying to cover for each other should be very telling to the voting public. Yes. Feliz Día Mundial del Pan.
Well,
I did not know that. Oh, no, that was 3 days ago. We don't need any of those that scratch each other's cojones while they enjoy the cookies in the cookie jar. Ratas inmundas.
Erasmo, the rents are high. The rents are high.
Superbly.
The what is it? The cost of living is above the salary increase or salary adjustment, cost of living adjustment. I think the cost of living was only 5%, and everything else has gone up 8-10%. You don't find rents anymore in Brownsville that are good. Um, you know, that are good for people that are on a fixed income. Those $600 rents are gone. $700 rents are gone.
Gone.
Everything is over 900 up to $1,800. It's a shame. And then you have the utility company, hiking up their rates.
It's madness.
Mm-mm.
20% is supposed to be them paying us off to keep doing their tranzas. Yeah, guys, don't settle for crumbs. Enough is enough. Until what time? Flat out, they don't give a dang about the people as long as they can live a lavish life. They don't care who suffers. No, because again, and this is one of the things that upset me so much in regards to Mayor Mendez throwing out there his light bill. It is that disconnect that he has with normal folk here in the city of Brownsville. Uh, uh, Again, normal folk in the city of Brownsville don't have access to millions of dollars that Elon Money gave to the city of Brownsville. No one here in the city of Brownsville except the mayor has those connections with these people where he's making or banking a crap load of money. You know, it's just unrealistic. Te perdiste, Sam. Do you know what they'll say, guys? As long as it's legal, it's allowed. Oh, that's I think Sam said it first.
I said many things first, like we wanted the audit.
Not true.
Although I wasn't able to send a letter like other people that are in Congress, which got faster reactions or faster results.
Uh I was quick at the draw. Let's see. Acabar con los privilegios y poner primero a los pobres porque solo así se puede sostener un gobierno. Yeah. Erasmo, until what time you will be at your office? I want to pick up a sign. I'll be here till I will be here till 3 o'clock. Uh, Frankie should be here after till like 5:30. And then I have this evening. I have a banquet to go to, which I'm going to go for an hour and a half, and then I'm going to come back to do the show. Uh, but stop by, my man. Hopefully, try to come by this morning or during lunch. What Juan Trey Mendez, did you take away Brujak's access to his email accounts? I bet it wasn't. He is deleting all the emails and correspondence with Weyerman Mendez, Tony Martinez, Antonesca. Uh, that would have been a good start, you know?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure. Well, it depends how deep they want to go. But I'm pretty sure, like forensics, like with the IT people, I'm pretty sure they could still find those emails. There's nothing ever
Never
gets
gets
completely
disappeared.
erased.
Yeah. This alone is just from what's being audited. Imagine the day Petty Cash. I'm glad Abel made this comment, and this is one of the other things that no, and this is one of the other things that I've tried to make individuals that are upset aware of. Guys, this is one project.
Yeah,
Think of it, Sam. This is one project, Sam.
and that was how many years ago?
This is 2012, 2011, 2012.
So by the time they get to 2022,
This is one project. This is one project, guys. Think of that.
hey, that's a good slogan for a shirt. That's one project.
Sam, how many more projects has PUB, the city of Brownsville, Cameron County, how many more projects have they brought forward in these past 10 years? This is one project, guys. One. Judge Cascos is right. They walk wealthier when they leave office than when they started. Yep.
A perfect example, Trey Mendez. Look at how many buildings he owns downtown.
And how many he increased in the time that he became mayor?
But he's
I
gonna
mean, it
claim
is
like, hey, now I worked harder and got an
it is what it is,
education and all that
guys.
other stuff. But
It is what it is.
which all started in TSC.
Yep.
So are they
Problem?
gonna investigate TSC stuff too?
What happened to the money that was donated from Elon Musk? That's an amazing question. ¿Dónde está? Because
That's
again,
Beto.
Beto,
Beto sabe.
Beto, saber. You guys, I challenge anyone. Look, I will invite anyone in the city of Brownsville, and I'll buy you a coffee. Anyone. Let's walk downtown together. And we can even take my scooters if you want. I have 3. And guys, I want you to show me $10 million that weren't there before the money was given. Someone, anyone, I challenge anyone, show me $10 million downtown y me cae el hocico. It's easy. Show me $10 million downtown y me cae el hocico. You're not going to find them.
Can it be like exaggerated prices?
No, it's not the $5,000 toilet seats like they like have. They're in the Iran Contra deal. Problem is, these
Hey,
are
the light post, ¿cuánto cobraron?
7 y todos mal.
The ones that don't work, the ones that are just
The
siempre.
Spanish
Oh, yes.
helmet ones.
Oh yes. Again, we go back to the issue that these people that are in power, they don't care. Once you get them elected, they forget. And se offended, they feel offended, se offended, thinking that you're insulting them. Well, guess what? We, the citizens, have value. We, the citizens of Brownsville, also deserve respect. You need to value us.
$10 million downtown. Problem is, the elite give each other so much power that we forget that the people are in charge. Uh, yeah, and this is the sheep effect. And look, as long as we all continue to be sheep followers, guys, they'll continue to do whatever the hell they want to do with the community of Brownsville. And look, it's not coincidence that we are the one of the least educated cities in the country. You know, it's not coincidence, guys. But they want to keep us that way. They want to keep us that way. Why do you think that Eddie Garcia, Prissy Roca Tipton, Drew Brown, Denise Garza, why do you think that they're parading Vicente all over the schools right now? Because they want to continue to keep the people, the students, in poverty, in a lack of education, in a lack of resources, because that's what gives them power to take more of your money, guys. No more crumbs.
That's
Why
why.
is why is it, Kathy? Why is it that Chente is being paraded, in front of the seniors and dual enrollment students? A lot of people don't understand. A lot
Hey,
of these kids
I'm
can
gonna tell
learn.
you why. Yeah, I'm gonna
Right.
tell you why. Clear as day. Because I said it first.
Yeah. I
Go
feel
after the high schoolers that are turning 18. Go after them because there's quite a few. Get them involved in the voting process. And I
what
said it first.
yeah,
And
but
they're like dicho y hecho. They started doing it.
and you were right. That is their master plan. Go after the kids. And then look, there's a lot of seniors out there that have already turned 18, can
Yep.
already vote. There's a lot of dual enrollment students that should be already voting.
Yeah, but there's a policy in place that you cannot be parading um, politicians
Political.
while they are in election time. There is none of that that's supposed to be going on during the election process. So, and another thing, honestly, that when people are less educated in their communities, you see more poverty. It is a proven fact. It is. And it's unfortunate because our education system, although the teachers are trying to do what their focus is or what their goal is, you have administration that manipulates the system, and then you have a weak board, you have weak elected officials, and so that is a ripple effect, and that is what's happening right now in our local school district. So guys, open up your eyes, make sure that this election, we change it up, we turn it around, and let's make sure that we can turn Brownsville in a positive, with positive elected officials that are going to do for the people. You know, it is what it is, guys.
Malú, no podemos tener el sentimiento de que ya estamos vencidos. Tenemos que luchar. Tenemos que hablarle a personas de las cuales nosotros conozcamos y educarles en cuanto a lo que está sucediendo. Tenemos que animar a las personas a que salgan a votar. O sea, no podemos darnos por vencidos. Es lo que ellos quieren. Ellos quieren que yo y tú y todos los demás nos caemos los hocico, que nos caemos la boca, ya no hablemos, que agachemos las orejas y que no la aguantemos. No, es tiempo de levantar armas. Y déjeme decirle, una de las cosas que va a venir a la vida de nosotros van a ser aquellas personas de las cuales van a querer insistiendo, echarnos al bote, traer cargos en contra de nosotros, o sea, la persecución en contra de aquellas personas de las cuales son vocales y están al frente de todos los movimientos, pero no podemos rendirnos por ello. Hagan lo que nos hagan. Tenemos que luchar porque este pueblo merece de personas de las cuales están dispuestas a pelear por el bienestar de este pueblo. How many millions went on administrative fees and shell vendor companies, LLCs? Too many. Kathy, they only remember the citizens come election time. That's it.
That's correct. That's correct. And that's when the citizens are supposed to say, hey, where was this guy all year round? What did this guy do? Where did I see him, or where did I see her? I mean, it's shameful, but at the end of the day,
Like,
if
where
we are
were they during COVID?
yeah, and if we are strong warriors, si somos guerreros, que somos, venimos con fuerza, we can overcome all those obstacles. But because the leaders, the existing leaders, they say, well, no, they don't even come to our meetings. They don't even make time. It's just our meetings are empty. It's just us voting on the agenda items, and that's that. People get involved, get involved.
100%.
We can have different groups. We can have a group for the Cameron County to be, bird watchers or dog watchers, whatever you want to call them. Back in the 70s, there was a group called the Angels that were protecting the streets where there was a lot of crime, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was in the East Coast or West Coast. And this is what citizens need to start doing in their local community. Dog watchers, bird, whatever name you want to call them. And every month, you need to have a group of people in every entity. Hey, it's the city commission. Kim, who's going to go? Send that group, or who's going to be in charge there? Okay, it's the school district. Who's going to be in charge, and who's going to. That's what we need to start doing, guys. And let me tell you, somewhere, somehow, we got to say enough. That's it. We're here, guys. What are you going to do? Because we're listening, we're paying attention.
It's time for people to stand up. It's time for people to fight. Melted light poles. Yep. Crap. They'll arrest the elote guy for having no permits before they arrest anyone on the board. True fact. Guys, there is more prosecution going towards the individuals that are selling elotes here or out there selling their little canastitas than there has been against Tony Martinez. I'm actually going to put up a post like that, or Brugiak, or anyone in management. The Texas Rangers also investigate public corruption. Yeah, I think they've been notified. Chenta said Mayra didn't show up last night to debate because she can't defend her radical lobby agenda. Che viejo rata.
Right now that we just touched that point, have you heard? Yeah, and let me tell you, I've been doing some research on it, and I've been paying attention. How in the state of Texas, Chinese companies have come and purchased land. And I'm telling you, that's true. And not just 10,000 acres. They've purchased the Chinese people, Chinese organization or companies or corporations. They were allowed back in 2011, 2012, I think. It was during that time, during the Obama administration, that they came into Texas and they started to buy land. Talking about 30,000 acres, 40,000 acres, 50 in large amounts. And they're in Houston, Texas. They're in our backyard, real close, only 6 hours away. And let me tell you, for for these big corporate companies to be investing in the state of Texas, that's scary, guys. You're talking about a group of people that come from a communist country, you know, and some of the elected officials allowed them to do that at the federal level and state level.
Give the money back, Eddie. Give the money back, Tony. They're not, unfortunately. School board members rely on the administrators to be saying the truth about what is supposed to be happening in the classrooms while they create extra stuff for the teachers to do to keep them busy. It's systematic. This allows the educated to stay silent, bust, and tired. Educators want better, need to vote better. Yes. Busy. Yes. Typos. Malu, I really hope so. The city deserves more and more for the people we live here, and don't let Lord and his our Archichincles take all the money. Lord Farquaad. I love you, Malu. Los reporteros son la cuarta poder, despertando y cambiando la mentalidad del pueblo. Déjame decirte que por mucho tiempo estuve gritando, hagan algo, hagan algo, hagan algo. Y ahora que ya tenemos la auditoría, todos están luchando. No me estoy quejando. Qué bueno, ¿no? Qué bueno que ahora tenemos el apoyo de las noticias. del canal 5, del canal 4 de Telemundo. Qué bueno. Quisiera que hubieran empezado antes, pero X, ya no estamos en el pasado. Si, si, si estoy correcto, creo que va a ser un hueso y ellos como un perro, un hueso que no van a querer soltar. Y ojalá que ese sea el caso. People need to be held accountable. Yes. Law enforcement should go after the real thieves. Yes. The Chinese are the largest investors. The U.S. owes them bonds and investments. The Chinese own the United States, unfortunately. Yes, I heard about that. The Chinese want to build a nuclear plant, organized communist police force. Oigan, out of context, who cleans the freeway and cuts the grass? It's tall, all grown and messy. Come on, city, whoever limpia and I were ni fuéramos nosotros porque ya tuviéramos infracción. Yeah. Vote, 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 vote. Sam, what are you doing today?
Working all day.
No te creo.
I'm working right now.
I don't believe it. Kathy, thanks for coming on, Kathy.
What?
Thanks for coming on.
Yes. Hey, bring me in the mornings. I want to start talking about some, some things that are out there for the public. If like veterans want to buy a home, just be able to make sure that people are aware of certain things that are out there for them for their benefit. There's an issue that I want to bring awareness to the community. They're called wholesalers. These people, they're not realtors. They're just private investors, private companies. They call the people, they tell them they check to see they owe taxes. They check to see if their homes are like kind of needing work or maintenance. And they go in there and they offer cash up front within 30 days. But at the same time, you're rendering your property while they're trying to find another buyer. They're like the middle person, and then they give you less money, but they end up making more money on top of that. It's called wholesalers in the real estate, and we really need to bring awareness to the people because they're knocking on doors and they're going out there and taking people's property, literally making it kind of like interesting for them to want to sell their properties, but the people end up getting less money, and the wholesaler turns around in less than 30 days, finds a buyer, they make more money, and then they just give you what you agreed to give them. Like if they say, I'll give you 60,000 for your property right now, give me 30 days, I'll come back and give you 60,000, but they sell it for 180,000. All they do, they take that difference and they give the person of the property 60,000. So they're the ones that are making the money without being able to do any appraisal value for their property. So that is happening a lot in our business. We're seeing it, and it's an injustice to property owners. So beware.
So is that why I'm getting all those texts about, hey, do you want to sell your property?
They're called wholesalers. Do not get yourself a hold of a realtor that's going to be able to tell you, hey, your property's worth more than that. There's no deal. Tell them if they pay you this, of course, if it's worth it. But if not, don't let them take your property away for nothing.
Let me say, yeah, I got to the point where every single time I get a text or a call from these people, I just block them. And besides that, I hate all these people calling me and saying like, you want a quote? I said, no, if I wanted a quote, I would have asked you for a damn quote. Guys, have a great day. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer, guys. Have a great one. We'll be back tonight at 9 p.m. with Commissioner Roy de las Chanclas. De las Chanclas.
De las Chanclas.
Yes, love you. Appreciate you guys. Hasta la noche. Guys, be good to each other. Continue to be good to me. God bless. Thanks, Kathy.
Bye. See you. Have a good one.